My name is Sean LeBlanc with Gorilla Property Service, and today we're going to show you guys how to do some graffiti removal. The first step is going to be applying the solution onto the graffiti on the brick. And again, we use different type of products depending on what type of materials that we're dealing with. In this specific situation, the fact that it is on brick, we use a product called, again, Bare Brick. And you want to apply it with, normally we would use a pump sprayer, but any type of tool that would allow you to spray on the solution onto the affected area. You want to make sure as well when you're applying the solution onto the surface area that you're wearing eye protective glasses, just because on a windy day, whenever the wind catches the chemical being sprayed onto the wall and some of it goes in your eyes, we only have one pair of eyes, so very important to have eye protective glasses. Once the solution has been applied, the next step will be to agitate the chemical on the targeted area. In this video here, we're using a stiff bristle brush. Doesn't necessarily matter what you're using, but you want to make sure that you're agitating the solution onto the area, because what's going to happen is, if you don't, number one, the process will take longer, and number two, you're just wasting chemical, because it's going to require more solution to actually start working and doing what it's supposed to do. On a regular basis, of course, it depends on how, what type of paint used, how thick, how much. But normally we would repeat this step 3 times. You apply the chemical, brush, wait 5 minutes, apply the chemical, brush, wait 5 minutes, repeat the steps 3 times. If you're noticing that after one application that you're seeing the paint drip down and you're brushing and you're literally seeing it disappear as you're brushing, then it means that you might get away with only one application. But normally, rule of thumb, to make sure that you're taking 100% of it off and leaving the customer with a clean job, you would repeat this step 3 times. Once you've applied the chemical and brushed and repeated throughout the proper amount of times that you had to do it, once that you're done, next step is to take the graffiti off. You start the pressure washer, and you start pressure washing the thing completely off the wall. With the pressure washer, for us in this video here, we're using a regular standard Honda 4000 PSI. And when we're doing graffiti removal, we're using it at full force. So you want to make sure that you have pressure to really be able to take the remaining of what's on the wall completely off. We've noticed that if you're not applying it at full strength in terms of water pressure, it's still doing the job. You're still removing most of what's on there, but it's not. It sometimes doesn't take 100% of it off. So you want to make sure that you have your machine at full power. If you're dealing with more or less of a surface that has been painted, if it's siding, if it's a street sign, if it's any type of painted area, then you want to be using the sensitive surface. We'll still remove the paint, but at the same time, not as aggressive as the Bare Brick. So it's not going to be taking off the paint behind the graffiti that just was placed on. Last but not least is if it's a permanent marker situation, there's a product that we use called felt pen, which is a bit of a fade product. If you notice that you're applying chemical, brushing, pressure washing, and it's not taking it off completely, and you're still left with an unhappy customer, we then want to apply the felt pen. Felt pen is a product that you're going to be applying on there, and you leave it there. You don't have to pressure wash it off. You need to leave it on there, I should say. So we don't pressure wash it off. You apply the felt pen, you leave it on there, and in 24 hours time, so normally the next day, when you go back to the job site and have a look, it's normally completely gone.